just to clarify, okay, if you know your grandmother or your grandfather is a certified landowner, they worked that land, they built that land, they didn't come from slaves. They did what they had to do. There were such people as free blacks, and the land. The only thing you have to do is pay taxes on it, so it's already heir property. Now, my grandfather on my grandmother's side took that part of the stock from my dad, because as most people do when they're coming out of the military and trying to transition to civilian life, you run into problems. So at the time, I don't know if they had ACS or whatever, but he went to kin, but the kin never gave him back his property, and it was only supposed to be a temporary transaction. The thing is, you knew I was struggling. You knew how much I've actually done for people and for you, because I am my daddy and my mother's child. So that spirit of family was taught to me by my immediate family, my immediate mother and father, and my godmother, my Pisces aunt. What did I learn from the rest of you? This. You can see a family member that's deserving, struggling, and you know you have land. All you could have did was say like, hey, well, you know what, girl, if you want to put a tiny house or trailer on this property is all ours. It's air property. Come. No, but you wanted me to clean it up. You wanted me to utilize my time and my money and my effort to clean up this shit for you, but you not once offered to house me when you knew I was going homeless. Not once, but twice. More than twice. And then you tell me that my grandfather had died. But you told me he was already dead. So I could have asked him what was the problem, or why did he not give, my dad the land back, or like, hey, well, this is the situation, which he might have could have given it to me, because I don't know if he ever really met me or I ever really met him. But you told me that he was dead 10 years before he actually died. Bitch, if you think I'm scared of you, I'm scared of me and what I might do. If you know my father, don't think I won't clock you and dot that I and dot that nose and do more than that to you. I don't give a fuck about your magic or your voodoo, bitch. Who you think taught you? You didn't like my grandmother, and I really know why. Granny said, that's okay. And to the other side, same thing with you, with Papa. And now I'm looking at, you know what? I don't actually know, because both of my grandparents died not really happy. You know when people feel like they're being used and you're just sitting there doing the weird shit that you do? People do things like put stuff in food to make them go faster. I know that's happening right now to some friends of mine that they're dealing with that very thing, where they see somebody's trying to take out a family member for the fee. So I'm just giving you a real story. This is my story. The story of Valerie Faith Jones Baker. Look it up in the records. It's all over the place. If I really was that bitch that hate, I'd slay. It's an ignorant, dumb, low ass motherfucker that thinks that you don't know and they don't even apologize. Forget the lies. You're so. Oh, my hand just started. Okay, mommy. Dark side, dark side, dark side, come up. My hands just started burning. It's like I'm flaming up. I'm flaming up. Woo! Let me go and get some food. Let me take a shower real quick. And I don't know about some of you. Well, I need to take 2 showers a day. I mean, my water's got to be okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You nasty. When I think about the shit that I have eaten. My husband used to warn me about that. He warned me about that. Stop eating everywhere and anything. He warned me about so many things. Honey, I listen like I listen to you now. Because along with my mom and my dad, I talk to my husband daily too. But no, she's just in her mind. Am I? Then how is it that I still shine through all of this? This is not just a story time story. This is a real story of a real kid. a real only child. I had to deal with my family, the community, even the folks at the military. When you have people following you all over the place, almost running you off the road as you're going to the lake, as you're going to the beach, that whole Men in Black shit or whatever it be. I mean, I understand the mind fuckery, because remember, I was a kid and I mind fucked a FED then, trying to, hit up about some neighbor that has some ties. And I mean, like, I'm a kid. I didn't lie. I just said, I kept asking, why you want to know? Well, what about this person? Why you want to know? Well, who's this person? Have you ever seen? Why you want to know? Why you want to know? I'm a kid. What you going to do to me? You going to lock up a kid? Because a kid's just asking questions too? And you know what? He was impressed with me. He really was. And when my parents came through, which they were like, my mom and my dad just, we keep telling you not to open the door. Why do you do that? I don't know. You know your daughter? I don't know. I mean, like that time, like the Rexall man, drugstore guy, supposed to come in with some prescriptions, some drugs. I mean, the Rexall man, like you said, well, but my parents had gone, I think, to one of their meetings, and this person just came through. And I know my parents hadn't ordered anything, so I'm sitting there with there you go. I'm sitting there with a big ass butcher knife, like what was the breed or the brood? Like, I'm let him open that door. I'm already planning it. The knife is going down. The butcher knife is coming down. It's going to be somebody. Because listen, once you disable them, because they weren't expecting that, once you disable them, you can cut off a finger, a head, a toe, or whatever. You disable them, and then you know the right spots to knock them in the head and knock them out. There's certain spots you can hit, and they're out. Ranger baby, what you think this is? What are my parents? Why you do that? Because I'm your kid. I'm a soldier. Born to real soldiers. And in case they weren't around, they were going to make sure that I was protected by the stuff that was inside of me, so I could always be ready for whatever it is that's going down, because not only is it outside of me, but it's inside of me too. And I am here on this day to give you the proof. Not only is this a real story, this is the Bible of Val Jones. No one can write my story. No one can write my book. No one can get up in my face and tell me I'm fake or that I'm lying. I say, meet me on the table of integrity. Lie detector tests everywhere, okay? Provided by the military. Because we all know folks can lie. So I want to test them and make sure. And I want to get, engineers up here too. Is it working? Is it working? Is it working? And meet me on the table of integrity. And let's see what my aunt has to say. Bitch, you might be the one that's going to die today. Oh, that was rough. That was harsh. Anyway. That's all I had to say. Wow, I'm supposed to be resting today, and now I can. Have a good weekend. Learn better. Do better. And appreciate good ones. Because once they come around and they leave, depending on how you treated them, you may never get that blessing again. And that is on God and on purpose. And on you.